You know that feeling, right? You're staring at a big, important task. You absolutely need to do it, but you just can't get started. Well, we're going to tackle that feeling, not with brute force, but with a much smarter strategy, one that targets the real enemy, that friction you feel right at the very beginning.
It's such a universal feeling, isn't it? That initial moment of just beginning can feel like you're trying to push a giant boulder uphill. It's usually not the task itself that's so scary, but the sheer effort of getting the momentum going. So, why is that? I want you to think of it like an invisible wall. It's not the actual work that's stopping you. No, it's this barrier you hit right before you even begin. A barrier made up of a bunch of tiny decisions, a dozen distractions, and just a simple lack of preparation. And guess what? That invisible wall has a name. It's called task friction. So here's the big idea. Instead of trying to smash through that wall with all your energy every single time, what if we could just make it smaller? Or maybe even remove it altogether? That is exactly what we're going to learn how to do. So, what exactly is task friction? Well, it's all the little things that get in your way. It's the 10 minutes you waste looking for a specific pen. It's having to clear your desk before you can start. It's closing a dozen unrelated browser tabs. The strategy isn't to ignore them, it's to be proactive, to clear these hurdles before you even get a chance to trip over them. And this right here, this is a huge shift in thinking. Most of us try to force it. We rely on willpower. But let's be honest, that's exhausting. And it's totally unreliable. Some days you have it, some days you really don't. Minimizing friction, on the other hand, is strategic. It's about building a system that makes starting simple, even on the days you don't feel motivated at all. Okay, so how do we actually do this? It all comes down to a really simple three-step plan. And look, this isn't about some massive life overhaul. It's about a few small, smart actions you can take before you even sit down to work. So here's the plan. First, you prepare your environment. This means getting everything you need ready to go before you start, so you don't have to break your focus later. Second, you remove distractions. This is about actively getting rid of the things you know will pull your attention away. And third, you set a starting cue, a tiny, almost effortless action that tells your brain, okay, it's time to start now. Theory is great, but let's see how this actually works in the real world. We're going to use a simple little tool to turn this three-step plan into a solid, repeatable habit. And here's the tool that makes it all happen. It's just a simple checklist. Think of it like a pre-flight routine you can run through the night before. You're just confirming that everything is in place for your future self. Materials are ready, your workspace is set up, distractions are gone, and you've picked a specific cue to kick things off. All right, let's make this real with an example. Imagine you're a student studying for a big biology exam. You run the checklist. Materials, textbook, notebook, pen, check. Workspace, desk is clear, check. Distractions, your phone is physically in another room, check. Now, pay attention to this last part, the starting cue. Notice it's not study for 3 hours. That's way too intimidating. It's just open the textbook to chapter 5. It's a tiny action that makes starting feel almost automatic. Okay, but life happens. What do you do when things don't go perfectly? When an obstacle you can't control just pops up? The great thing about this system is that it's flexible. So let's tackle a few common problems you might run into. This is a classic one, an environment you just can't control. You set up your desk perfectly, but the house is chaotic, you can't exactly wish away a noisy roommate or your family. So what's the move? It all comes down to controlling what you can. Create your own little bubble of focus with some noise-canceling headphones or even a white noise app. Or, if it's an option, physically change your location. A library or a quiet coffee shop can make a world of difference. The goal is to adapt your strategy, not abandon it. Okay, another one. What if you just forget to prepare? I get it. The whole system relies on doing things ahead of time, and building that new habit can be a little tricky at first. And the solution here is beautifully simple. Don't rely on your memory. Outsource it to a system. A small physical checklist that you use every single day builds the habit for you. Pen, notebook, charger, water. Check, 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 check. And you're done. Ah, the great modern dilemma. You've put your phone away, but your computer is literally a universe of distraction just one click away. How in the world do you stay on task when that temptation is always sitting right there? You fight fire with fire.
Use technology to beat distracting technology. There are great website and app lockers out there that can create the digital walls you need to stay focused. And creating a firm rule, something like my phone gets parked in the kitchen drawer while I work, removes the whole decision making process. You just do it.
So let's bring this all home. Procrastination isn't a character flaw. A lot of the time, it's just a design problem. By redesigning your starting process, you can make it almost effortless to begin. So here's the final takeaway. What is one small thing you can prepare right now to make an important task just a little bit easier to start tomorrow? Your future self is definitely going to thank you.